and it's got to take the positive and the negative connectors and breathe life into his setup. Oh, there he is. Hey, Dan. Oh, good. I filled out the way I wanted it.
Hey, Eileen.
Awesome.
Hey, Rick. Jordan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
you.
Yeah,
Jordan's, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, I know Jordan said he was joining us, and of course, I've watched enough of his streams now to know the face, and I go, JDP Builds, and I'm going, it shows you how old I am. Like, I'm not connecting the dots the way I used to.
It's all good.
But yeah, great. Well, I'm glad you joined us. This is your first time on with us, and you've been doing your own thing for a while. And because some people on my stream may not know, how about you tell us a little about yourself, Jordan, and how long you've been YouTubing and streaming and doing everything you've been doing over on your channel?
Well, I've been, this coming January, be 2 years on YouTube. Just been, originally just started out as like a experiment to try it out. And just been building sets, and I started showing off, then comparing, and then the live streaming. Yeah. Basically, I've been into Lego my entire life. I've been collecting it for over 20 years.
So wait, your entire life, how old are you? Like
31.
You don't have to give the exact age.
31.
31. Okay.
Yeah, 31.
So that was about the length of time I wasn't doing Lego, like my what you call my dark ages. Because once you discover video games and girls, well, that's pretty much it. You're in sports. You're done with the toy.
Yeah.
I was done with the toys. Because back in the day, I mean, was it the 80s, whatever? It was the G.I. Joe, the Transformers, Lego. Well, actually, Lego was long gone. Actually, even before G.I. Joe and Transformers.
But, and it all cost me a fortune.
Yeah.
And all the regulars, everyone knows Eileen and Dan Branco. So I'm going to keep saying it till it sticks.
Oh, it's already done. It's done now. That's it. There's no other. I wouldn't choose any other one because
you can't do it now.
There's nobody else really to deal with this stuff, right? Nobody's really, other than that guy who's doing now for like paid sponsorship for Mega with a domain guy.
And I'm happy for him. Simon Keys.
That's it. Yeah.
And I love.
So he's the only other. Well, I guess there's a bunch of other ones, but for what's gonna come, like I'm gonna do what JD, what you're doing and what you're doing, Rick, with all the other third party and so on, and Lego and whatnot. I want to do a lot of the early stuff and then show the progression all the way through with and pop in some new stuff here and there because some of the old themes were just awesome. I still sit here and I look at the little bits of every theme. And I don't have anything on display because I don't have my spot set up yet for all that stuff. But, when they do, it's going to be like people are still like I'm talking to people online. It's like, Mega did Hellboy for a little bit. He did Futurama, little snippets here and there. But it's the other bigger themes that they did, like the Star Trek stuff.
I know they keep testing the waters, and I wish they would.
I don't think it's coming back. It was. I think that was a huge mistake on their part that they messed up something. I don't think Star Trek's coming back, but if they do, maybe with the new series, who knows? Because there's a market for it.
Because I heard Blue Bricks isn't renewing.
So Mattel would be smart to pick that up and run with it because they already have all those concepts. So they did the bridge, they did the transporter room, they did one of the episode little mini dioramas, they did the Enterprise, they did the next gen Enterprise in blocky form in the old format, which had the little tiny figures like Lego style figures. And you tweak that little bastard and all of a sudden you've got the Enterprise D on your hands, so they can do it. It's just a matter of, putting the money towards it. But look, He-Man blew up, they got Snake Mountain on, and it's still funny that he's finding it on clearance. That's kind of odd because you can get 2 Snake Mountains for like $300 and it just blows me out of the water,
which is incredible.
And that's still going on.
People taking advantage of it, and buying it up.
Well, they should, because they probably
everyone along the way made money. It isn't a problem.
And they did. Mega sold that to Toys R Us at what, 20 cents on the dollar, so then Toys R Us is making, at least what, another 40-50 markup on that. And so when they sell this for clearance price, they're still making their money.
Yeah.
right? Just like when Walmart.
I mean, there's a real reason that we're seeing, and it's not just the Mattel, strength of brand, but it's like there's a reason that the mega stuff still gets significant shelf space compared to the other ones they appear, but you don't see them with much shelf space,
Well, I was in Toys R Us this past week, and I'm just like, okay, they've moved everything from like the little islands and all that, and put it back on the one shelf. It has 3/4 of a length.
It changes from store to store. It
Yeah.
drives me nuts because
Well, it depends on how much.
The mega in some stores
right?
will be in 5 different spots. Pokemon here, Halo here, Hot Wheels over there. Such a pain to find anything.
Depends
and
on
Barbie's in another place.
Yeah.
And then in other stores, they're smart and they put it all together.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is to see the Halo electronics, get up. Like, how they have the different sections for the gamers stuff. So they'll have Halo stuff there, and they used to kind of cross market it or cross product it. And then that went away, and they all put it all in the same section. And this is my local store in Kitchener. Yeah. And so I'm sitting here going, well, finally, it's all back together the way it should be, because it's all building blocks, all their themes, brand, then themes. But like you're saying, those bigger stores where they split it up into their themes, they just probably have a different way of, their marketing person's probably just different. But that's TRU for you. Everything's different. It should be all cookie cutter, and every single Toys R Us should be able to beeline it for Playmobil, beeline it for Lego, beeline it for this. It's just the way they used to have it.
What I'm curious about, I've never seen. Hey, Big Nate, do you want a link? I know he's not seeing our chat groups properly, but I could throw you a link. I could put it right into the chat for you to make life easy. I created the second chat group to get Big Nate back in, and it's like, and it worked for 5 minutes, and we can't figure it out.
Well, I gave out again on his ID.
Well, he was able to get in, he sees it, and he posted once, and then he had the same hiccup where he's getting that weird error, something about chats, and it's like, but he's not doing anything wrong.
Who did he piss off to blacklist?
I don't know.
Somebody, or maybe just his pocket dial-in is blocking the channel, because I've seen weird stuff happen on email and everything on my phone. It just all kind of, screws up, and that could be just being in your pocket, touching the surface. And
I have separate accounts for my Insta and my Facebook.
Okay,
separate accounts, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just the way it was for me.
And it never linked up using your ID. It never linked up using your email.
I eventually did something.
Okay.
But it tells me that not everyone can be added to the chat. Which, what's the issue? I don't get it. I'm going to see if I could run that up the flagpole and see if I can get someone at Facebook to take a look at that. Because I've taken his screenshots and say, hey, how come, or someone at Meta, what's going on? How come people can't see it? It shouldn't be that big an issue. There isn't that many settings. There's like 2 settings in Meta. There's nothing for me to mess with. Facebook has a lot more settings, but Meta with Insta, there's almost nothing. So, and in Messenger, there's almost nothing.
Are they transitioning? Are they transitioning out of Facebook to Meta, or what's the deal there?
Well, Meta is
the umbrella.
Yeah. I still would just call it Facebook and be done with it. It's all Zucker sucks. Yeah.
Well, it's just like the other crap.
But what do we have? We don't have an alternative.
What are you doing? You're going to X now? You don't. People don't even know what to say anymore for Twitter.
Well, I'm on Threads, right? Which is Meta, which is Instagram /Facebook /whatever. It's their version of Twitter, and it sucks. It's horrible. Yeah, they grew overnight. Of course they did. Everyone tried it for 2 minutes. Doesn't work. Hashtags don't work. Half my posts don't work, and it says failed. No, it's hot trash.
Jordan, where are you out of? Are you Canadian based or American?
I'm Canadian. I'm just north of Edmonton.
Okay, so you're out in the west. Oh yeah, you guys had some weird weather this week, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I wonder if maybe the Americans can't join the chat. Maybe it's something to do with location.
Oh, it's never been a problem for Nate.
Never. Well, I know that he's been on here before
on his home screen alerts, but
he's not in the chat right now, is he?
He's in my YouTube chat. Oh, but he's not in.
You're looking through the comments.
He can see it. He can't participate in it.
There we go. I see it now. Yeah.
So Nate, I was asking before if you wanted a StreamYard's link to get in here. I'll make another edit if you want, or if you're just going to sit and chill. Eileen's got some new stuff.
Yeah, and some new stuff is in Kitchener because I couldn't get it into my suitcase. So my friends are going back to Kitchener, so I gave it to them because they were driving. But I did get some new stuff. It was my birthday, so I did get some
Nice.
Lego for my birthday.
Let me guess one, Eileen. Is it one of them flowery based? Is it a plant? Or no?
Not this time.
Not this time? All right.
But there is one sitting in Kitchener.
There's some nice ones. I've seen some nice ones pop up, and I'm like, Walmart kind of got restocked there for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, watch this. Hey, Nate, I don't have to do it in private chat. This is my show. Right here. What I'll do is I'll post it just to the YouTube. Because no one can get in if I don't let them in anyway. So it's as secure as I want it to be.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, I did it the right way this time. Last time when I did it, it posted to everywhere. And then when you post it to Facebook, you know what it does? It opens up a new topic in every Facebook group I'm already streaming in.
Oh.
How many is that? How many was that?
Every time I would type in and forget to switch it to just the one. Because my screen is unified across 8 streams, right? Mm-hmm. But if I don't isolate it, yeah, it's bad.
Dad, did you move?
Who?
Did you move?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm in Kitchener still. That's I'm gonna be.
I thought you moved around in Kitchener.
No. You mean for work?
No. I thought you moved out.
Same place since day one. For here, I mean, anyway. I don't think. When did I start with you? Last summer? Yeah. Doing new bricks and stuff. Yeah. So no, same place. I'm probably gonna be there for a while. I've got a family member that's.
Well, I drove up to you last fall.
Yeah, I think it was last fall. Yeah, it's when you did that drop off, wasn't it? Yeah. So I'm.
You were already on. You were already on for a while, so you're a year plus now. You already got your bag.
Right? We'd be nice because when I start doing stuff, I'll be doing what you're doing and look over the mega stuff. Because like you're doing with Lego and all these other things, there's so much cool stuff that you haven't touched yet. So I'll probably beat you to it at some point.
What's amazing is see. It's infectious.
Yes, it's so much.
Ruth in Australia or New Zealand. I'm trying to remember where. Australia. Yeah. So what was she building this morning? Barbie from Mega.
The mansion one? Or is it one of the little
the big set. And of course, like it's different. And it's a whole new experience. I'm like, oh, that was a little bit, she's opening the book and everything's a little different. But then as she got into it, it's like
this is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and it's like, see, it's like, I mean, I'll never deny Lego and where they are at and in pretty much the quality of everything, but they don't give us everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you want, like they have Friends and the Friends stuff is nice, but if you want the more recognizable names of say a Monster High or a Barbie, you're not getting that on Lego. So you got to try the other guy. And people are trying stuff. And over the last 3 to 5 years, I'm seeing all the purists.
Yeah. They're starting to dip their finger or their toe in the pool.
Sometimes it's about costs, but not all Mega is cheap. Some of it is on par or even edging upward over Lego, right? So it's not always about this guy, but it's about different experiences, different themes.
And the thing is, though, you get the Lego guys now that are mixing the two things together, which then you got ultimate possibilities because there's pieces in Lego that don't exist in Mega and vice versa, right? Because
that's what catches some people when they see and they come back to me and they'll ask me questions about stuff. Can you take a picture of this? And I show it to them like, oh, we don't have that. I go, no, you don't have that.
No. And you guys are the ones that have the parts bins behind you. You know your parts, right?
Yeah.
So just like when you see the Mega ones that are just like, whoa, what's this all about? But the thing is, even in Mega, you look at it's like, why is this part not in this set, or why can't this exist? You look over at the Lego list, and then there it is. So it's funny because I was looking at adding some swords to some. I forget which characters I had. I wanted to, army build something, and I'm like, well, Lego's got them for dirt cheap. So they fit the hands. They may be a little tiny bit bigger for the Mega hands, but you just got to watch out for stress cracks or the white marks. But whatever, you deal with that. I think most of the times that happens anyway.
Funny you mentioned stress cracks. So in the last 6 months, A lot of the Lego groups, Canada and the US, seeing a lot of people now, brand new sets, 6 months, 8 months on the market.
Yeah.
And they're seeing a lot of premature early stress cracks on a lot of the figures now.
Figures or bricks? Like
no,
everything?
well, there's still breakage that happens, but
yeah,
on the figures where they're not necessarily seeing it right out of the bag, but literally within weeks or a month, they're going back to their figure and they're going, what the hell happened? I just put this together and I don't play with it. I build it and I put it on display like most of the adults do.
But obviously the hand's on something. It's holding something. It's on something. Otherwise it would
it's, the feet are cracking. Torso crack, arm crack. Yeah.
Really? So did they switch over to that new plastic that was supposed to be biodegradable or anything?
As far as I know, they still haven't done a widespread transfer over to the new medium. It was only the plant parts in the extras pack.
Hey, Axel.
Hey, Axel. Shazam.
Where's Axel coming from? Europe or?
Axel's an oldie. He's all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see him when I go elsewhere more.
I think
you can't watch everyone's streams.
Australia?
I think
Is it Australia?
Oh.
Yeah, you'd be talking about tomorrow. He's in tomorrow. We're today.
Yeah.
Like he's on the 27th of August.
I probably have to remember start putting the actual date on stuff when I say Eastern. It's like AP Eastern, what day, Rick?
Yeah. No, I saw a mega Barbie at Walmart today, and it was for $59. It was regular $89.
What set was it, Eileen?
It was a pink Barbie house and Barbie whatever. And
with a little slide on it? Because there's two versions. There's the one they released before the movie, and then there's this new movie version that's like $175.
Like
ridiculous price.
So much is the original one, and I'm going, no, I'm not going down
the Barbie rabbit hole. And the thing is, though, those are the mini. It's the mini characters. It's not even the full. The old school ones were full, like height.
Yeah.
So these new ones are little mini ones with the big head and the little tiny body. And I'm sitting here going, like, I think the new set has the larger ones, but I have a lot of the older stuff for my daughter when she's a little bit older. She's gonna love. Like, I already got her like the Barbie Candy Castle, which was like the Duplo style blocks, the original Mega blocks, but included with all the little stuff that also. And it blew my mind. I tell you right now, I still to this day cannot believe the day I realized that regular Lego fits Duplo or Mega blocks fit the Duplo style blocks. I was like, no shit. This isn't part of my language, but I was just like, you could underfill all your dioramas with the bigger style bricks, and you're laughing. You're not wasting all that.
Well, so fast too.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things with the garage sales. Like a lot of people will hunt the garage sales, not just for the Lego, but to look for the Duplo because. Once your kid's past 2 or 3 years old, your kid doesn't want it, right?
And you think Duplo is baby-ish, right?
Duplo's up to Duplo, and it's amazing.
Because those guys who do the big castles and the dioramas and all stuff, you see how they do the scaffolding underneath or whatever. But then they're just like, use the Duplo, put it all together. But I know some of the older Lego had the X. You couldn't use it because they were filled in. It wasn't just the cylinder. It had the side channels closed off.
But when you get 2x4 regular Lego and you marry it up with Duplo, like that's just perfect. It's sweet
I still remember because my kid had the cat theme, the construction caterpillar stuff that was all Duplo, and that's big seller. You could find that like dime a dozen at online and on garage sales and stuff like that. And to build that up and then add the regular size stuff, like the stuff we use on top of that, I was just like, oh, the kids are gonna have fun now. So a little Lego table with all that stuff, they went nuts and built high, built long, built wide, and it connects better too, right? It's not loosey goosey like the Duplo style. But yeah, it's interesting because it's still you can still use the two for each other. Just the colors are off, a little bit of fit, style and stuff like that. But
I know somebody that kind of wanted that slope, the snow slope. And that's what they did.
They
did it with Duplo. So,
because the amount of bricks you guys buy for having in your stash and for future whatever you do, that's insane.
Yep.
Inventory that you got. And so I think Eileen, you had that basement full of a whole room full of that, right? Wall to wall, ceiling to ceiling, or floor to ceiling. It's like, the amount of bricks you have is like, what's an average like for you guys that sell online? what's an average inventory value for that? Like Rick, you got sets, so that's a whole nother story. But
I'm mostly sets. I have acquired some bulk, and that's why I had all the pull drawers in the beginning. But once I stopped mocking, I started slowly selling off all the pull drawer bins and putting them in shoe boxes because it was just more efficient for storage.
Yeah.
And when I retire, I'll do something with it all again, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, you had some mega to throw my way, didn't you? Did you end up sorting that out? Did you figure out what you're going to do with all that stuff?
Oh, no, I haven't touched that box at all.
Oh, you haven't touched it since that time?
Oh, no. That's going to be a
it's in the mega corner.
And that's
mega for you too, Dan.
Oh, you got them too? I'm all yours. I literally still have maybe about 3 or 4 totes like that are just kind of there. Once you get to the bottom layers of all the little stuff, you're just like, oh, enough sorting already, because it's just so tedious. Because it's not like you guys where you have your part numbers, you know exactly what's what. You got to guess with mega, the style, the marbling, the color, the fleck. Like, oh, what set does this belong to? And if you're lucky enough to get a big chunk out of that set, you can kind of guess. Then you go by the parts list. But half the time, it's just like you give up on that bottom half of that bin because it's so tedious. Like when you, Rick, on that show, you dumped it on your desk. You were done. You're like, I just want to see what else is in here. It's like you were not sorting anything else there.
Oh, no.
It's just funny.
Hi, Ryan.
Hey,
Nate.
big Nate on.
Nate, can you hear us? There you are, buddy.
Hi, Nate.
Hello.
How was the Canadian?
Avatar only, so
Nate, you survived Canada when you came.
Yeah,
That was like last month or the month before.
did I tell you guys I got detained at the border?
Yeah, something. What happened?
Oh, I didn't hear this story.
Was it your status?
I know you
or
were
what?
saying you were coming up, but we didn't make a connection, and then I didn't hear anything about it.
Who detained you? We did, or
Okay.
your side?
They detained me on the U.S. side because when we
Of course.
so we came up, we did Niagara Falls, and we went up to Niagara on the lake and had lunch.
Nice.
Came back down, and when my wife said she packed the passports, I did not think about my green card.
Oh no.
So we came back over into the States, and we got an agent who wasn't taking no crap that day, and my wife, she likes to speak her opinion on things, and the two of them kind of, I don't know.
Oh, you can't argue with TV. You cannot argue with border. Oh Lord.
No. So yeah, we ended up. She sent our passports through the chute up to the main building. We had to go up to the second floor.
Way.
Ooh.
And yeah, she was
Wait,
all
do
mad.
wait, I didn't realize. Do they do that? They put it in the thing. Does it really?
The old
Yeah,
school
like
way.
the passports went in like a little pod, and it got shot up the airline to the main building.
So wait a minute. Was this your British passport or your American one?
So my British passport, and then my wife and kids' American passports.
Yeah. So even then they got sucked up there. Because God forbid you want to come home and actually, come back to where you've been living all the time.
Well, that's just it. And I should have had my green card, and I know to carry it. I didn't, but I didn't pack them myself, and I usually keep it in my passport. So the border control lady, she was a little upset. She's like, "You're supposed to have it on you at all times. It's like a driver's license." Yeah. And I'm like, I knew I should have it when I was coming across the border, but I didn't think about it too. Like we were at lunch. I'm already in Canada. Like, oh, I didn't pack my green card.
Oops.
And just to think, there was a time when that wasn't a big deal, and you could walk in and out of Canada, and it was okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, when we went with kids, they didn't even care. I mean, they're just like, whatever, have fun, soft border.
Yeah.
But
so then, how did it get resolved? They finally found your face on the computer.
We had to go upstairs, and someone was running background on me, and I figured they would. I figured they'd look at. Well, the lady at the gate was like, "Hey, it's a $650 fee," and I'm like, "I don't have $650 right now." I'm like, "I do not need this."
A fee or a fine for not having it?
A fine. I guess it's a fine. Yeah.
Damn. What a crock.
Wow.
So no, I got upstairs, and they had a couple of other families up there, and they called us back, and he was just like, "Hey, so it looks like you misplaced your green card." And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, I'm glad you found it in the car." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, here it is." And he's like, "Cool, okay, so now I've seen it. You guys have a good day." He's like, "You're done traveling into Canada?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we are done. We will not be crossing back over. We're heading back to Kentucky tomorrow." And he was like, "Okay, well then, welcome back.
Later.
Have a good ride. And I was like, oh, thank you, sir.
There's a senior agent that didn't want any bullshit that day. That's the
I
right?
figured they run a background check, man. I got a clean record. I don't even have freaking, I don't have a speeding ticket on my, So I was like, he's gonna see this. We've lived here forever. He did say one thing though. He was like, the file, the green card we have on file is expired, and I said, no, I have all mine up to date because I got them all updated at the same time back in 2019. So I was like, that was kind of interesting. He was like, okay, we'll need to look for why that's not been updated. So,
and you don't have digital copies of this stuff? I mean, it's probably not valid anyway.
Well, that's what he was saying. He said it'd be a really good idea to take a picture and keep it on your phone.
Okay.
I said that would make sense.
So that's good enough? That's good enough for them?
Well, for me being called upstairs, right? Yeah, may not have been okay for the lady at the border, but once I got upstairs, I could probably show them the photos and they would have been, at least they have the number. They can run the number and double check it's
just
good.
Guys, just remember, everything is so computerized. They know. They're waiting for you to say something stupid or wrong. They know everything about you. The moment you stepped onto that like the upstairs or in the middle of that building, they knew who you were, what you were. They had you on camera, facial recognition, matching you up with your whatever. They know. It's just they want to see if they're gonna catch you in a lie, right? Because I remember the last time I went to Sarnia across the border, they actually had the dogs out that day, and they were sniffing everybody moving. And I was coming back home, and they're like, "We want to see what you're leaving with." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I just went grocery shopping, and I had a protein bar in my car door. Well, the dog licked it. He got it. I'm not eating that now. And then they left me alone, but they were after other people, obviously with commercial vehicles and stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's a first, because never ever have I been searched leaving the country that I'm visiting. It's usually coming back in.
Yeah.
And of course, Canada was like, what'd you do? Where'd you go? How much did you spend? Did you go to the farm? Did you get alcohol? Nope. See ya. Have a good day. And it's so much easier for us to come back through. But to get flack in your own country, well, that's just because you weren't prepared. You screwed yourself on that one, Nate.
Well, when I went to North Bay, I got caught with my cane. They pulled me over because of my cane. And then when I was coming back from North Bay, I had CP oil for my leg. My arthritis. They kind of looked at me and put it back in. But it was like a cane and CP oil.
But where did you go through? Did you go through the States to go to North Bay?
No. Toronto to North Bay back to Toronto.
Oh, through the airport?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So that's just regular security.
Yeah, but it was just, I'm thinking, what do you think I've got in the cane? They gave me a wooden one and they took my foldable one.
That's weird. Well, there are some canes that can pull something out of it, right? If they don't x-ray it. So you never know.
Oh, no, they x-rayed it.
Yeah, and they still x-rayed it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
You been across the border, Jordan, lately?
Not in like the past 10 years.
Oh, okay. So you haven't experienced the COVID.
Nope.
I don't know what you want. I'm trying to come up with a polite term for what it's like to be up the butt, at the border, and they pull you over into second check, and
You know what though? You'd be treated way differently and worse if you had fruit in your car. I'll tell you that right now.
Dude, was it Florida? One of my friends in California.
Okay.
Going in and out of California, and it's like
in and out of Cali.
Yeah. CHP, they pull you over, and like they are like really tough on you. What's this in your back? And you've got a crate of whatever, and it's like they don't want fruits and veggies crossing over unless you've got all your paperwork for it. They're really tough for whatever reason. I'm not sure if it's the business side or if they're really worried about protecting the agriculture from infestations or any kind of nasties that might wipe out their crops. But fruits and veggies in California is crazy.
I can imagine that. But then they got the ports too, right?
When I came home, I had grapes, clementines, and raspberries. They didn't say anything about them, but because I was still in province.
Yeah. Here it doesn't matter at all. That's just the thing that blows my mind is all our fruit comes exported from somewhere else or imported, I guess. And it's like, but then our apples are fine, everything else is fine, just because there's nothing that messes around with that. But yeah, that's good. I just sit back and I was just talking with somebody about this the other day. Wait till the water wars start. Wait till everybody's chasing our lakes, because we've shut down a few interesting connections to the Great Lakes, but just wait.
I'm upset that Nestle doesn't do this anymore. Now the water taste hasn't changed.
What they do?
Well, Nestle's sold their control in Pure Life. Nestle's not on the brand anymore, and it's not the bottler.
Yeah, they got too much. They got
so you'll know if you've got old stock or new stock if you're still seeing Nestle.
So what's the source on there? From where?
Actually, the water source is the same, but now it's let's see love this small type. Thank you.
But you know what's funny? I guarantee you that Nestle still has an umbrella control over some of these companies, even though their name's not on it.
Oh yeah.
They let go Delizio is getting discontinued.
Which one?
Delizio Pizza.
Oh, the pizza brand? Yeah, they'll pop up with a new name, I'm sure.
And then Kleenex is
Triton Water Canada.
That's what it's called now?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It still tastes great, so I'm happy with it, but whatever.
Oh, well, it's probably out of a Guelph spring or anything like that nearby.
Yeah.
Guarantee it's an auto, because the only water that's tap water is like Dasani and whatever other crappy soft drink water that's out there.
Coca-Cola's.
That's Coca-Cola, right? That's tap water. It's RO reverse osmosis tap water.
And I'll admit I'm not the biggest fan of it. I never have been.
The only bad part about what you have in your hand is the plastic bottle, right? That's really the worst case offender, because that lid, that bottle, that's not going to get recycled properly, if at all.
Well, in Canada, we don't.
I know. It just goes.
We are horrible. We have the worst record for recycling on the planet, honestly. Our system doesn't work. It's just not good. Germany's got it figured out. Put everything in the garbage, manually sort everything. They have 95% reclamation rate.
Yeah,
we have the flip side. We have about 5.
You could do the money-based deposit like the old days, where
it's not needed. It's not
needed. But people still won't do it.
Annually reclamating and sorting, and the government can make the money.
Yeah, and they should be, but they sourced it out now, right?
Yeah, it's all GFL. They don't do squat up here, and it's horrible. And it's all very little sorting, mostly trashing. And I mean, I know you see on the news how we're exporting. There's very little export, but it's enough that it stinks in the news. Just what we dump is just crazy.
Well, there's a little Cinderella story for recycling. It's a girl in the States. I forget where she's at. She uses the glass bottles and turns it back into sand and then resells it to the factories and stuff that need it. And she's actually making like a good business out of it. And she's the only one who's doing it. And I forget where it is. It's somewhere south of us on this side. But if you look it up, it's just like the only person legitimately recycling glass bottles properly. Because there's a worldwide shortage, of proper glass, sand, for glass. And so, they can't go into the middle of Sahara and start pulling that out because it's not the same type.
Yeah, that's the thing. So like
not the right sand. So you can't
Dubai
get the right
and the Emirates and where they're doing all the crazy building, they have to import sand from Australia. They have is sand, not the right sand.
Yeah. Even for building and stuff, that sand is proper for concrete, for cement, all that kind of stuff. So it's interesting to see where all this is going to end up one day.
Oh yeah.
So I'll show you some stuff here. So
okay.
Clearly
third party
Chinese, right?
Yeah.
I'll actually put pictures up on the screen, but I'll show you. The thing with the Chinese stuff, I do pre-open it now because I need to know what's coming in because I got so much of the little stuff floating in. But let's see. So look at the stickers. Let's see. There's our camera foil.
Nice.
That won't, and that's not much of a giveaway because I won't even give you a good hint of what this.
I was about to say that's still not going to make up for having to put stickers on Lego.
Yeah.
Blocks.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I'm dealing with this one. This is Guon. Oh God, I have the name. I'll throw it up with the picture. But so look at these instructions. When I opened this, I went, "Oh no, not again!" So one sheet of paper, really small.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And
This
so
is like
this should be fun. So it's oh man, War Machine.
War Machine.
So I'll throw up.
What's the scale? What's the scale of that compared to what?
I think he's about 7 inches tall built.
Okay.
But I'll show you something interesting in there in a minute. First, let's see. So this is a War Machine. Oh yeah, Quan Guon. 795. That's the set. And all right. So
that's not bad. But that's stickers, all that stuff that they're shiny.
So the chrome is
wow.
On some dark gray bits.
And it's a big Lego head, an oversized Lego head.
Yeah.
And it lights up. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how well that works.
Yeah.
I'm not even impressed with the Lego one, so I have even less, when it comes to these ones. But check this out. Included is a regular size Lego figure and that bigger guy.
The jumbo sized, yeah.
Which I'd never seen before.
Is it a flashlight?
No, but that might have been the basis of it.
It looks like your keychain version of it, right?
Well, no, it's big. I'm going to show. Let's see. So I'll get this off.
So that's just a peg on his shoulder for the little guy there, the 2x4.
So
that's a jumbo size. Yeah, there you go.
Look at this guy. He's huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I don't like the back because it doesn't look like the Lego legs. It's open and
hollowed out.
Yeah.
Wow.
But other than that, I mean, it's kind of cool, and it looks like it's almost got like the giant Lego head, right? Like the Hulk heads or whatever, or the giant Thanos head. And,
yeah.
But then here, it's ball jointed.
Nice. You're trending into Roblox territory with that.
Yeah. Well, look, the legs.
Yeah.
They're ball jointed. So it's gonna be interesting when I do
get any more of those. You can do a little Roblox setup for the kiddos.
I did.
Jordan's laughing because he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All my nieces are into Roblox, so
yeah. That's cool. It's different. It's a different design, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one we'll be seeing next year at some point.
Well, I am building all these bigger looking things. I'm building. I mean, I only have like 1 or 2 more cars really, and then we're doing the Transformer cars, and then mostly robots and figurines.
That'd be a good filler. That'd be a good filler build for like a build night. We'll get a bunch of us and we'll build a small set of something like 200 pieces or less. Yeah. Whatever that fills in.
Well, remember, those links are out there. I put them out there all the time. You guys come on, chat, build.
The only problem is that there isn't really any new stuff that small in Mega. I have old stuff like a container set or
don't gotta be Mega whatever. If I'm building Mega. It don't gotta be Chinese when I'm building Chinese.
Actually, I do have all that stuff now. Yeah, I got all my stock back. So I could go through all the older sets and do that with you and match up a little diorama set. That'd be cool. We'll figure that out. Come winter months, right? When we're all stuck inside.
Sooner or later, I'm going to build horrible G.I.Joe sets.
Oh, yeah, you have that G.I.Joe dollar store brand.
Oh, right? My God. And the Power Rangers cartridge. Oh, dude.
Did you build those, Nate? Nate, did you build those yet?
I got the Snowcat, and I made a video about how horrible it was, and I will not buy any of the others.
It's a forewarned. Everybody.
I'm still trying to make a decision if I'm going to pick up a few of the ones I don't have.
No, I wish I'd got the Creo version because those were actually
are better. Yeah.
But yeah, whoever's got those new ones, they're the Ollies and the Dollar Trees.
Yeah,
they're horrible.
It's low key.
Are we hold on, we doing new bricks? I got something I got in the mail.
Oh yeah? Well, I'll throw you up on the big screen.
Hold on, let me try and change my camera. I'm on my phone, so it takes a second.
And by the way, Rick, the Barbie Lego that's coming out with the Barbie Mansion, that's the same one as the thingy. They're now mixing it up, like the Mega guys are mixing up with Halo and other stuff. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, this is just an oldie, but I'll throw in my MoTU stuff. You have this one, right, Nate?
I did get that one, yeah.
You got it?
I want to get a second order.
That's cool.
Keep one closed. But yeah, I grabbed another one of these because the guy had it on auction for $1.
Wow.
Nice. For $1.
Yeah, so I've got like 10 of these now. But
nice. They're good weapons. The weapons and stuff for it, yeah. First series, second series. Nice.
So yeah, Series 2, the Beast Man.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Honestly, he's my favorite character.
I forget which box this was. Skeletor.
This was Series 5 when the heroes came out of the numbered ones, and they just put it out.
Right.
The first of the Pro Builders series.
Wow.
And then
grab
another
Point Dread. I got so many of these.
Point Dread. Yeah, I mean, I think this is like my 4th one.
Yeah, when they clearanced out, I was just like, yes, please, yes, because it matches Grayskull.
I've got a bid on another one of these this weekend for $10 on one of the Facebook toy groups. So
beautiful, because you can make the real storyline Point Dread with the mountaintop one from.
Well, that's my goal. Is to collect enough of these.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat.
I can build the mountain
because you can add that on to the back of and do the backside of the Grayskull one to close it up, like to do it bigger, like it should be, like open square kind of thing. But that one I wanted to do the comic version of Point Dread, where it's actually on the mountaintop, and the best way is just to get more of those guys and add it up, right?
Yeah.
Go nuts. But good haul. That's a good one.
Yeah.
There you go.
There it is right there.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
What I got.
The set number 1, and then all your little guys. Yeah. Are
you
you missing any,
this
Nate?
the first 5 sets?
That's the Pro Builder one that you got. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
wow.
Around here I got some more.
Nice.
Series 1.
Yeah, Series 1. Yeah.
He-Man.
So that's the one that came with Picard and Terminator and Aliens. Series 1.
Right.
Yeah. And Series 4 and 5, yeah. So do you like the newer Skeletor? Not the Skeletor, but the glow in the dark guy? Different because his staff glows now. If you go to the 5-pack, the staff glows. The one up top. So that staff is different than the other one. That one actually glows.
Oh, for Scareglow. That's
his new staff glows, whereas the old one didn't.
Where the other one did. So
yeah, Series 5 one.
Just, hold on, let me get him off. Yeah, because this one's just a green.
Yeah, there you go. So the figure I like better in Series 5, but the staff glowing was kick-ass in that one.
Right. Yeah, he is a lot cooler. This figure is a lot cooler looking.
Yeah. They did well on the first time around.
But
whatever. But hey, everybody got their Orko finally because the Christmas set got canceled. And then Wondar comes with a toaster. Apparently that's a big deal for all the MoTU fans. So I'm like, I'm sure Barbie had a toaster in her house somewhere. So it was kind of funny. But Tila's pink.
You got Barbie Tila.
Yeah, Barbie Tila. Yeah. With the pink.
Wow.
She'll be making a special debut. Hey, they're re-releasing.
Oh, no.
Nice.
I look at that and I see Nightmares.
The Origins.
Oh,
wow. And you move the throne in Tila Falls, or
you can, yeah.
It has the elevator in there.
Yeah, it twists.
Oh, nice.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yep. Oh, that's pretty slick.
Mm-hmm.
But it still gives you nightmares.
Yeah, I guess my dad either, hey, maybe we couldn't afford it or whatever, but in my circle of friends, when I was at school, only one kid we knew had Masters of the Universe. The rest of us had G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers. And I know Masters, that stuff wasn't cheap, and they were nice, but, of course, they all looked the same. They all had that weird pose and all the big super muscles. But
and I stepped on them all the time.
Sorry?
And I stepped on them all the time.
Oh, sure. The kids are always leaving them everywhere. Especially if
were G.I. Joe's big for you guys also?
Oh, yeah. The 3.5-inch whatevers. Sure. The Hasbros, they were great. I loved them. My favorite was Tartan.
I bought my son 31 of them. I bought my son for Christmas one year 31 G.I. Joes and had them in a huge box. Wow. And that's one of the best memories that Mama. He had doubles and triples because I didn't know what I was buying. I just put them in the box.
See, one of the problems with G.I. Joe, other than like getting the Cobra figures, the Cobra soldiers, there wasn't a soldier figure. Everything was a unique kind of figure for the good guys. So it's like, yeah, if you bought doubles, it kind of looked, geez, two of the Indian guy or two of the Snow Job figure, or
Right.
two of the Wild Bill or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's kind of tough. It would have been cool if they just would have made a generic soldier, but they never bothered.
Well, they did. You guys didn't get them
As a generic G.I. Joe?
Yeah, there's just a generic soldier, just a regular.
For the original Hasbro 3.5s? Because I'm not talking the old 11, 12 inch,
No. With the small ones, he came in. There was just one, and he came in like one of the bases, like it was one of the huge sets.
Really?
So like he wasn't on a card. Yeah, like I don't think he was like the Cobra Soldier. I think you could get that on a card.
I had the Sky Striker. I had the Jeep. I had a few vehicles, and then my brother, who was kind of a little too young for it, but we got him a bunch of stuff. He had like the Cobra boat.
All right, so this is the newer. These are the ones that just came out, right? The reissues.
Oh yeah. That's
but
nice.
On the back here, on the back it shows there is a general just figure.
Well, that I thought okay, so that one I think is that not Grunt? And he was just literally a green uniformed soldier with a helmet. I mean,
oh, so he had a name, but he wasn't just a regular.
Oh, there was every G.I. Joe had a name and a card on the back. Yeah.
Yeah, they all had code words.
Yeah, code words. Yeah. But I thought they were great until the rubber bands would snap or whatever. I mean, I used to like to take the figures you take even the plastic bags, you put it around their arms, you whip them in the air, it's like a parachute.
Oh yeah.
Hey, everyone I know would do that because we used to get, for 15, 20 cents or whatever, those little candy bags, and one of the things in there would be that surprise toy, and one of them would be a little rubberine figure that would have a little plastic parachute, which always ripped the second time you threw it in the air. So what you do, you went and made parachutes out of garbage bags, and they were always better.
Yeah, we had little plastic bags from Winn-Dixie.
No, I love throwing that stuff up. I got another one from China. This one's going to be interesting because I've never touched this company before either. Never. But it falls into a line of stuff that I like. And actually, that's going to be a theme going into the fall and Christmas. A lot of what you're going to see is going to be from all manufacturers. It's going to be kind of stuff like this one.
Okay.
And,
where are you buying these from?
All over. Taobao, Ali, Temu, whatever. This one. These two are Ali for sure, just because I had to double check it on Ali. But okay, so if you're familiar with Gundam stuff at all, Barbatos. So I'm not sure how. 31 centimeters tall on this guy's.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of the robots I'll be building will be about this scale, so they're going to look pretty good in the cabinet together.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and I'll throw up. Whoops. I screwed that up. Let's see. So we got that. So it's 1,100 plus pieces. I mean,
is it supposed to be Gundam style?
It is a Gundam. Barbatos Iron Blooded is apparently there's a cartoon run of that series. So
okay.
People who are really familiar are going to go, oh, wow, that's cool. And the rest of us are going to go, oh, it's a cool robot. For me, it's a cool robot. And that's why I figured, hey, I'm going to try and build it. I mean,
the connection points or the knees or articulation points, as you better call it.
Yeah, this got, well, we'll see, because I think it's got the rolling ratchets. So we'll see how good it is.
Okay. So it actually pose better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see the Technic pins in there. So that's your base.
All right.
Cool.
And they say it's articulated, so I'm hopeful it's half decent. Yeah. But most of these guys I'll be building are going to be 20 to 30 centimeters, so hopefully they're going to look good together. Because I've already got, behind me, I got the slew band ones I've had for well over a year, so I'm really excited to start getting out of cars and getting into the robot stuff. Because when I built that original Gundam one, that was, 24, 28 inches tall. Like that thing.
That you had to modify to work. Yeah.
And I had to modify to even have it stand because
Yeah.
to build it as it was intended, there's just no way. It was just not going to happen. So, yeah, so that's another one. Nothing really weird to show you here. It's just, a bag of Chinese parts. So,
Jordan, what do you guys get out west? What do you find, or where do you find your stuff? Just regular Walmart, Toys R Us, blah blah blah.
Yeah. We got the Lego store in the West Edmonton Mall. That's where I go.
I love that.
You got a nice big store. That's a nice store.
I enjoyed it when I was out there. What, June? Yeah, I was out there in June.
Because my arch nemesis, my friend Brixie. Oh, I really don't have anything against him. He's done so well for himself. It's just not my cup of tea. That's all. He's figured out what works for him. God bless.
Yep.
Hey Rick, do you usually have this much trouble wrapping your stuff up like that? I gotta ask his wife. We're gonna have to. It's manhandling.
Amazing is, there was a time when anytime I bought one of these, I had it built within a week because I always need to know right away. And I've now got almost a year's worth of these things floating around now, believe it or not. Like, wow. If the police come in, they're gonna think I got cocaine everywhere. I don't know.
Well, we know the nickname for this stuff, right?
Now we're gonna have the YouTube police show up, and it's like, because all my videos eventually get the automatic subs, right? Subtitles showing up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's really funny when I watch us talk and I see the subs show up later, and it's like, oh, that was really weird because it doesn't always translate it right, and it's like, what YouTube thinks we're saying and what we're saying are two different things sometimes.
Well, even on TV and stuff, they're butchering the dubs, like not the dubs, but the subtitles on movies and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that is not the same thing that you're talking about. They'll just completely change the theme or topic to the conversation. Nate, were you going to show us something?
Confusing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got to head out.
You out of here?
All right, have a good one.
And we're still going to keep plugging away and try and figure out what's stopping you from participating.
I don't know what it is. I feel like somebody in the group, either I've blocked someone or someone's blocked me for some reason.
There's only 20.
And it's just telling me it's like it's telling me not everyone's allowed to be in the chat. So I don't know.
Weird.
What that is. And like I said, when you started the new chat, it worked for a while, I guess, until
we added all the people.
Everyone joined, and then all of a sudden, there's that,
That's it, Rick. Start firing some chat members, and we'll see who it was.
Like I said, I can hear everything you guys are saying on my.
It's like I'm frustrated with Jonathan, and I know he knows I'm frustrated with him because he's not come on, and it's like, come on, man. I've been over backwards for him. He's got to come on, and he's got cool stuff too. He really does. So,
who was the one person, Rick, that you had on with all the helmets? Who was that? All the Lego helmets, the Star Wars ones. He had all of them.
Oh,
who was that? We had a good.
All right. I'm being told to go watch. See you guys. Good night.
Peace. I can't remember.
Who was that guy? He had all crazy minifigures, and then he had all the helmets that were just holy cow.
A lot of them. Yeah,
all of them.
That might have been a one-time guy.
Oh, okay. No, it didn't seem like it. You guys.
I don't think he was one of our regulars.
Not a regular though. Yeah. That was a good. epi. Just people's collections are so awesome out there. We got to show off some more of that stuff.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. People get the wrong idea. Oh no, we got to show off how much you spend. No. Show us what you've got and what you dig and what you're currently working on or what you're tearing down. Yeah, I'm just changing our layout. There we go.
No, I'm not small anymore. Awesome. Well, Rick still has the smallest head of the group here, so that's okay. He's up top there. You got too much in your window.
Well, I'm trying to keep that logo not obstructing me, so it's very strategic with the edits. And I love the fact that StreamYard, it took them a while to do this for us, to give us this amount of control. Because that was something they put me as a focus 3 times since they started as someone who's figured out how to be a super user and use
really?
A good way. Yeah.
So were they following up with you, saying all the stuff that you actually?
Well, I had communications with the developers a few times, and it's like I said, guys, if you really want to move the needle, and move more people away from OBS, the free OBS, and move towards this, even if they don't want to have the chat functionality, give us some options with these screens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can overlap our screens. Like you saw, I had Nate over the big screen for a little bit.
Yeah.
It only takes a few seconds. It's pretty seamless. It's not still as good a control as I would have with OBS. Like JDP, you're using Jordan.
Yeah.
You using OBS?
Yeah, I'm using OBS.
I mean, he's got a lot. He's got really fine control if he wants to use it and how he can tweak it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also got the option of not just going OBS raw, but he could use Streamlabs OBS, which is, a pre-packaged finesse thing that's got some skins and stuff on top. The gamers like it more than, say, probably we would, because it fits a lot of their stream types better than maybe us. But because I think most people with the bricks want to show off more of the screen, more real estate, and not cover up so much.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a lot of those skins for gamers are just ridiculous how much screen real estate you'll lose by using their fancy skins.
And what is it? Just like a border around their head, or
borders around the cameras, or borders around your frames and stuff. And some of them are very dynamic and animated.
Or filler, like it's a filler for the windows.
Yeah. But the reason I went from OBS or even XSplit before that to this was not just the chat functionality, but the fact that this is so low overhead. I ran this on the laptop for years.
Yeah.
It was only until last fall where I had to the laptop was giving the ghost up. I was burning USB ports out and having issues. So it's like, okay, so I bought the new streaming PC, but it's still a cheap computer. It's not a high end anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it just runs Diablo. It's not like it's running it with all the settings turned up. It's not. It runs it great for me, but it's not all turned up. It's not all dialed up. I'm not going to spend a lot of money.
Is it dedicated to just this, the laptop that you're using?
All I do, it's not a laptop. I'm not using a laptop anymore. Laptop's in the bedroom just sitting there.
What do you have, a media tower or what?
It's just a little HP computer.
HP, old school.
We used 7,800 at the time.
Right.
And I just maxed out all the USB ports because, of course, I got all the cameras going. And I don't know, 0.5 terabyte drive, nothing big in there because all I do is stream.
Yeah, you're not using it for the storage.
A little bit editing videos and the management of the photography for the inventory. But
so the video card, this doesn't even affect the video card then, or you don't need it to do what you're doing. This is all just
you don't need a high-end anything card.
No.
And the best part is, like, StreamYards takes my two screens, because I got two running right now, right?
Yep.
Yours, Jordan's, Eileen's, all upstream. It does all the heavy lifting.
Gotcha.
It's like if I run Task Manager or whatever, it's like 1%. It's like nothing. And it's not because I have a high-end machine. It's because it's not really doing anything. It's very light work. Whereas, when Jordan runs OBS, even if he's got a good high-end computer, he's still going to see 10, 15, 20% CPU usage, GPU usage. And it's not a big deal, but, it's something. And if you try to do anything else in the background, maybe you won't. You may choose not to.
Yeah.
That's okay. You switched to audio. Actually, mute. There you go. Everything good?
Right. I'm just gonna grab something. I'll be right back. Yeah, sure. I want to see what the next thing is before. What do you have left? Two more things?
I got three more. No more Chinese stuff. Well, no, because usually I try to alternate it.
Oh yeah.
I'm streaming to the Lego group, the Mega group, to this group, to that group, and if you're a Lego purist, you definitely don't want to see those two gray packs, right? Even if they're not copies of something, you still don't want to see it because you got a stick up your butt. But
yeah.
Okay, so what else did you get?
All right, so Dan would. You know what? Okay, we'll wait for this one because Dan would really like to see this one. We'll go. So this was Lego stores. So today, we took Tara down to FanExpo, my daughter.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend. They dressed up as the cowboy girl from Toy Story.
Okay. Oh, Jessie,
and I don't know what her boyfriend dressed up as. It looked like a Mexican, but I don't know. a Mexican with a sword, like the Battle for California era. I don't know. I'm sure there's a historic character or a video game character I'm screwing up, but I don't know what. And they look like they had fun. They're still out. They're good. So they're having a good day downtown Toronto. But after we dropped them off, about half hour after the show started, we drove to Sherway Gardens, because my Lego store's closed. They're in Yorkdale here in Toronto, which is the flagship store. And they have moved from one part of the mall to another. I don't know if it's actually going to be a bigger store, but at least it's a better location. And it's like, so I haven't gone to the Lego store in 2 months, really. It's like I really wanted a set. I didn't want to order it. I get so stressed out because UPS has been so much more of a pain than FedEx ever was for us.
Really?
I hate UPS. Not a good experience with them because they'll just dump it. But this is something I wanted to get.
Nice.
And even though I crap about Technic,
nice.
I think that looks good in Technic.
Oh,
my roommate wants that.
Going under the brush for him.
Is this new for this run kind of thing, like, or is it older?
It's 2 weeks old or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that run?
120-ish, but I use some cards stuff, and so
that's
it was
unique wheels. Look at that, eh? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let's see the back too.
Yeah.
The different picks. Oh, there you go.
Where's my camera?
Nice.
So
very nice.
Why is that camera so weird?
Looks okay on this end.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm using the wrong camera. Haha. Yeah, when me and Jordan first started, I was having audio problems, and I thought it was because of my camera. It's not. It's just I'm an idiot, and I forgot to switch back video.
No comment.
No comment. Eileen flipped out on me when I told Jordan that he's got a virgin coming on tonight.
I yelled at him.
And then she asked to join us, and I go, and she's definitely not a virgin.
Yep.
I hope not at 70.
I don't know why I always fold these up.
The only thing we'd have to worry about, Eileen, is if you had too many cats. That's the only thing we'd have to worry about.
All my cats just died and no more cats.
How many of us had parents or grandparents who, Christmas or whatever, took every wrapping paper or gift bag and folded it up nice because they were going to use it again? My grandmother did this to us, and I'm always doing it. I don't ever reuse these things ever. I'm sitting there like, oh, that looks so good.
I do it too. It's
You
my
still do it?
grandmother.
Well, it's almost that you almost have to go with it because the creases on those bags just are asking to be folded up. Yeah. Don't you notice? You see the triangle side, the bottom, you fold the bottom up, and then you're like, okay, well, I got to do the sides now. So it's kind of like it's like you're trained to do it, right?
Yeah.
But I still want to get either the acrylic sign that's basically the same size as that, because people have been selling them on and off for years. I would like to get one or some other signage from Lego. Just to
has Lego not come up with the idea of actually making a buildable Lego logo like that size, like a life-size Lego logo?
I'm glad they made the Rolling Stones and they do this.
Yeah. Where's the Lego logo?
Where's the Lego logo?
That's the easy money. Literally the easy money.
Yeah.
It might be easy money, but it'll be a bitch because I'll do it in dots.
Not the dots. Rick's, I hear you, buddy. Oh, the dots.
He can't do puzzles.
I got 1 or 2 dot sets I still have to do. I got the Star Wars Sith one. I got to build that out. But this, I'm because I've got all these crazy space sets that are
now. What is that one going to be classified? Wait. Are you classifying that as an automobile vehicle, or are you going to classify it as a space?
No. This is all NASA
moon.
That would be a whole half year of builds. I do. I do the Apollo. I do the lander. I do the shuttle. I do this. I do the Kuso set. Probably another astronaut. I saw another astronaut I would like to build. It's different than the one I built 2 years ago. Because that astronaut is still sweet. Like I don't think I'll ever take the astronaut apart that I built. Why Lego doesn't make them, I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
I if they see all these other companies making this stuff or ripping off mock builders, why aren't they getting in?
They literally have a non-licensed theme to go nuts on, and they don't take advantage. Mega doesn't do it. Like they did these little piddly sets. Take advantage of the themes. The themes are just generic. Like give us more space stuff, right?
But this is great. Mars Perseverance. Yep.
Yep.
You're gonna be cursing and swearing.
We're gonna have a digital jar every time someone swears. They gotta put a PayPal a loony to it or a toonie. I was worried when I bought this. I go, oh no, it's AR experience. I go, no, please don't let this be something I need an iPad for. I don't want that experience. I just need a manual. But I looked online. The manual's available as PDF. So if it is some stupid crap, then I will just use the online manual or maybe con my wife into printing it at work.
Yeah.
Once or twice for me before. She's got a real high quality color laser printer. And she ran off some instructions for me once because I really hate building off the screen. That is not a great experience. I've got a 32-inch monitor, and if I'm doing it while live streaming, it's like, okay, I can still have it be pretty big.
Yeah.
But it's not a good experience. It's just not. I don't know why people think we need to tie technology to Lego.
I know.
I mean, Lego was one of the few toys that took me away from the TV screen as a kid. I had the Atari 2600, and I had Lego, and it was one of the few toys that would maybe put down that stupid controller.
Yeah.
And
I hear you.
And then, of course, actually, and then I think it was Nintendo when that came along. That was probably the real end for Lego for me. I like to think it was the G.I. Joes and stuff, but it really wasn't. Because going from Atari 2600 to Nintendo, oh my God, what a difference. And playing Mario forever. Excite Bike forever.
Zelda. Yeah. I put the kids to bed and I play until 4 in the morning.
The Atari 2600 for my family was something special. My dad was into it. He was a tech geek. Like he loved stuff. He was a CB ham radio guy. Truck driving days, right?
Yeah.
So he had the Tandy equipment. He was always screwing around. He had upgraded crystals that were illegal. He would drown out the neighborhood, everything. But then, the video games, the first Tandy game systems with the paddles, and then the Atari 2600. He bought me, just like you did with the figures, Eileen, he bought me the Atari with 40 games. Day one, I had 40 video games. So that was my summer.
Wow.
8-hour days of playing the stupid thing. And it's like, that summer I didn't go out. He didn't even know I never went out because my mom was scared of him and wouldn't tell him, Rick didn't go out. I'd go out for an hour before he comes home and come in, so he thought I still went out, right? Because every other summer you couldn't catch me. I'd be out on a bike or walking and go 10K and back and whatever. But that year with that Atari with 40 games, oh my God, that was just too much. And the only reason he got that, his boss was punishing his own son and sold it to my dad for like pennies.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's nice to have rich bosses and friends who want to punish their children. I got all my hockey equipment like that. It was the same boss, and actually his son was named Jordan, and he punished his son. And yeah, that's how I got my hockey equipment, and I got good stuff too.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna get the kids a Nintendo system for Christmas this year.
Oh.
That's gonna be the family gift of the Nintendo system.
Also, you're gonna get them the Switch.
Yeah, Switch.
So which one you're gonna get? The one that's a little bit cheaper, that's just handheld, or the one that could also put into a thing and play on TV?
The big one.
Get the bigger one. I know it's a little bit more, but it's like playing it on the TV. Plus, they can take it off, right?
Yeah, but I got the bigger one, and
you got the bigger one. I bought my daughter the cheaper one, but this was the beginning of COVID, and dude, getting that was a lucky deal because they were impossible for me to find.
Oh yeah.
But I always wished she had the other one.
I
would want.
I thought it was a good family thing to get for the family, so he could sit down with the girls and play it and whatever, and kind of bring back some good memories for him too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I spoil my kids rotten, don't I? No, Brick.
So this is a 2-bagger only because I realized one bag wouldn't cover it up. So,
there it is. I know which one. I know what it is just from
Oh, you already know?
I already know what it is.
What?
There it is. Yep. I knew it.
And actually, I think I had told you I hadn't, which wasn't a lie.
You just hadn't gone yet.
Yeah, that's it. And it's like stuff starts showing up, and it's like,
okay, well, let's cut the box.
I'm so tired of the box. Oh, yeah, we're opening it. Yeah, yeah. Right. You know me, I don't keep anything in the brown box.
The mailer. That'd be blasphemy.
I just hope it's not too beat up, but in the end, it doesn't matter.
No, you should be okay. You should be all right. Just to cut it on the angle so you don't cut down.
Well, I just barely touch. I can cut boxes of sugar and not mess it up. So,
unlike your coworkers.
Oh,
dude. Well, it's like I told a story at work the other day how my other building at the time ended up inheriting the kitty litter business from our bigger building because the bigger building couldn't seem to keep it in their building without making a mess of every single.
Really?
So just always and 3 months after we started getting it in, and they did an audit, like I had no damages. The other building had nothing but damages. Wow. What's going on, right? And I mean, eventually that wasn't really a long deal, but I didn't want it at all because I know how bad it is to have kitty litter. Because here's the thing: so you have one box of kitty litter, you cut it by accident or snags on another skid, whatever, gets on the ground. No one sweeps it. So what do you end up doing? You drive over it. Well, that stuff goes into the air. That's not good to breathe in.
Well, even
I mean, we already had dust and dirt already in a warehouse environment, but you don't want kitty litter because
it's fine particulate.
Well, silicate and other stuff that's in the kitty litter, you don't want it up. Like honestly, when you're changing a cat's kitty litter, unless you've got like the wood stuff, you really should do your best to protect your breathing.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Expose yourself the shortest amount of time, and try not to disturb it too much. You just don't want it.
What's funny, people are figuring out that kitty litter meant for what was it? It was the wood sawdust that they use in like barns and stuff. They're figuring out that that's actually way better, way cheaper than the regular stuff. Look at this beauty. Wow. I swear, you know what's funny? Until this set came out, that little red truck there in the back, I forget what it's called, the battle track or I forget the name of it. But, the little red truck that it's just basically runs on tracks. I had that toy.
Attack truck?
Attack track? Is that it? I had it. I remember as a kid, that was a kick ass. You put the batteries in it and it would just go and climb over everything. But now they made that mini version of it.
So So is this the only way to get the attack truck?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The only
probably why I bothered, because it is something I remembered.
Yeah. So the scale is a mini scale. It doesn't scale with Grayskull, but guys are now getting 2 of these sets to make it a little bit bigger, to scale a little bit better. But because it's just a mini version, right? But it's fun because what you don't know yet, or maybe you've heard, there's the 2 more sets coming, the 2 other towers to build Eternia. So there's 2 more on the way. Yeah.
Wow.
Side.
So the unique characters in this set are only found in this set too. So you've got Ninjor and what's the other one?
Buzz Off, Battle Armor D-Man, Ninjor,
and Buzz Off. Yeah. Oh, and Webster's in this one too. That was in the Snake Mountain one.
Yeah, I'm just reading off the back here. Yeah. Oh, hey, Mattel Creations.
They on there through their website. Yeah.
All right.
So now Mattel's doing the sales for their higher ticket items, like the unique ones, through their website, which is just a crock of BS.
I hate it.
You guys,
we're all wasting money on shipping now.
Yeah,
the store, and I really hate this.
And I hate the conversion rate that they put out for us. It's just yuck.
I honestly don't see me buying much more of this, like especially through Mattel Creations. My interest level is starting to come down. Hey, I've got all the original stuff. I got that first wave. I got the harder to get items. But maybe when I start building it, I'll feel differently. But it's just not there. I'm sick of going through the Creations website. So I got that one. Now, actually, the next box, I'm far more
enthusiastic about it.
Yeah. When that showed up, I went, ooh. So this is the final one.
Oh, a Walmart thick one.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this one got beat up.
It's very clearly not. Look at this.
Oh, you see no packing. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's Amazon. No, sorry.
Amazon.
Yeah. That was
yeah.
bad.
I got my 2 sets, no packing.
No packing at all, just loosey goosey in there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're pretty tight.
Weird.
Too.
You know what's funny? That tape is so weak, Rick. That use your
Look at this. Yeah,
use your finger. Go. Yeah, run it across the front. Literally take your finger on the edge and just cut it.
No, I'm a sensitive guy. My wife likes my soft hands. Actually, at work, I won't even pick up a box if I don't have my gloves on. But that's just because
you know what's funny? Any warehouse guy.
Every time
I've seen that. You guys wear your gloves no matter what.
Yeah. Warehouse. Well, because sure enough, it's like, well, actually, it's not showing right now. There's a lot over here of some just be picking up boxes, or actually, it was fridges. Yeah. And I wrapped my arms around. I didn't quite have a grip all the way around, so it doesn't matter. You just put a little pressure like this, and then when I dropped it, it's like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I was cursing out.
And cardboard,
I'm supposed to be a safety guy, and I'm supposed to be smarter than that, right?
Yeah.
And
cardboard cuts just they ding you hard.
What do we got?
Come on.
Wait a minute. Why is there shipping stickers on that? It's
because of how they got
how they said it. Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Oh, you got the sword. Nice.
Yeah.
The sword.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, when I saw the photos for the sword, though,
it's solid. It is solid.
Yeah, they made it too true to the damn toy. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah.
But
it really does match the staff on level of, because 2 staffs make it full size, right? If you do the full size version, and then it actually matches that full size version.
I mean, the sales keep coming and going on it, and I've been tempted. But then the reality is, if I do the first one, if you make 1 staff, it's 40 inches.
Yeah,
which is big. But if I put 2 together, now it's not going to be 80 inches, but it's going to be close. But it's like,
well, that's what she said.
And what am I going to do with it?
You guys missed the first one. I'm like, I'm going in for the 80. Let's go.
But it's like, what am I going to do with it? Lean it up here in the corner the whole time? Because you know what's going to happen. It's going to fall, or the cat's going to knock it over, or something.
Yeah.
There's no way I'll be able to keep it up there, leaning without it coming down. Because I would love to do that.
Well, how many sword weapons are there for Mega being built? There's the energy one from Halo, the clear blue with the wavy part of it. Then there's the staff, and then the sword. Is there any other big weapons that they made like that? I can't remember.
No, but I would like for them to make the big rifle for Halo.
Oh, that would be good. The only one that has it is
if they do it well, I pay
for a robot.
If they made it close to a full size, full scale, I'd pay $200 for that.
Who knows? They might be in the works. Who knows?
I would hope. There's been so many great mocks of it, but I mean, look, Amazon here.
Shipping label from Amazon.
Shipping label here
from Mattel to Amazon. Yeah. What's the shipping to label say? Where did they send it?
From Amazon. Mattel in Jonestown, Pennsylvania to New Jersey. Amazon.com.
Yeah. So then you got it from their Chicago part or somewhere.
Well, I'm pretty sure I ordered from the US, right? Yeah. Straight up.
Because it's available on the Canadian site now, but it's probably still coming from the States, right?
But you know me, I jump generally early. I mean, I'm starting to back off more and more just because it's just getting ridiculous. But
apparently the Toys R Us has the Mega exclusivity for the main Mega seller. So they're carrying all of it. They just didn't get the new ones yet, like the newer stuff, because they've got all the other stuff in store, just not the exclusive creations website one. And this one's
this open yet?
Yeah.
So is there another box inside, or is that
no? It's a flip open, so all the stuff is right there in front of you. I don't know if it's the paper bags or the plastic bags.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what I seen, but it's just that's the box. That's your exterior box.
I don't know if I'm going to try and remove the stickers before photography. Depends how bad. I mean, sometimes they're not bad.
The Amazon ones are terrible glue. They're so bad. Try and get a heater on it.
Well, no, but it's like sometimes I don't have to, right?
Well, that's paper, isn't it? That box is it cardboard? Straight up cardboard.
It's
coming. So maybe it didn't stick to the glossy like the
other.
Well,
it could be if it's machine adhered or it's a lazy bugger.
Yeah.
Trust me, half my people don't put a shipping label on worth a damn. I could peel them off and then put it on another side all the time. But yeah, I might have to be careful.
But the cartoon design on there is awesome. Now the little
I mean, I kind of dig it.
Different.
2022, but actually the dates are pretty much useless on Mega stuff.
Yeah, they print all the stuff. They all print it up, pack it up, stock it, put it in the warehouse, and then wait for everybody to order, send out the orders. Then they have the release shipping. What's a street date? Like all the stuff I've seen in the last couple of years are always delayed by 1 to 2 years minimum. It's ridiculous. So all this stuff is literally sitting in a warehouse waiting for release, which Mattel and Mega never promote anything these days.
No.
Right? It's just like, oh, here you go, by the way. And then here's a limited run, so you'll never see this again. See you later. But it's funny to see the different languages all over the packaging. Down at the bottom there, you got Spanish and Portuguese. And
yeah.
Just all the different markets that they have.
And all, and everything that they got to, make sure they have all the different standards for those different countries checked off.
Yeah. Well, to sell in Canada, you got to have the French, right? Or else that's a big no-no. And that's it. Yeah, Eileen, did you get anything?
Yeah.
Said you had some stuff there, right?
I got my book.
Oh, the book.
Nice.
Black Fire. So I wanted that one. I know, guys, I know you hate the Friends. I got the Friends set.
Nice. Are those all older now? Are they putting out new Friends, or is it all?
These are the new Friends. And I like
Friends is still active.
Friends is active. Dreams.
I got this for my grandchildren.
That I thought about, and I'm not even a Harry Potter guy, and I thought that one was so cool.
And then I got Raven Club for my son.
Yep.
And then today I also bought.
Oh, nice! I got that one too.
I don't know why I bought it because I thought it said 9. Didn't realize it was 39. Oh well.
Hey, can't beat clearance prices. You gotta love those.
Yep.
And then, like I said, I got a lot of stuff from Jazz. I picked up in North Bay. Then they gave me a dot set for my first birthday. And my other friend had left the Wild Bunch in Kitchener. So I got about 6 sets sitting in Kitchener for me to go get.
Nice.
So, and I got the pink parrot coming for another birthday present.
You got quite the little backlog building up.
I don't even want to count the backlog.
But we know Eileen doesn't like snow, so when it starts snowing out there, she'll be building like a fiend, right?
And I have announced to my friends in Kitchener, I no longer have sitting. I'm getting nervous about being on my own. If I fall and there's stairs, my arthritis. So I told them I'm done.
Good. Be careful, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'll still visit Kitchener, Dan, but I'm just not staying there.
Yeah. No, and you know what? The weather has been so wacky in Southern Ontario that we're having fall weather right now, which is ridiculous. For the last week, I think we're gonna have like decent, like mid-20s, low 20s in the next week or so, but sunny at least. But this is not normal. Like, where's our 30+ degree heat wave that we've had the last couple of years? So I don't know. I think we're gonna have a warm fall, but we're gonna have a crappy winter. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how this all rolls.
Well, it's definitely feeling fall weather.
It is, but it's weird because the last couple of nights have been nice, like patio weather, warm, nice. And I'm just like, well, okay, we'll see how this rolls.
You only have the AC on because of the humidity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rain did that yesterday.
We don't really need it because of the heat. It's just the humidity.
Well, my son is still stuck between 2 fire areas to the east and to the west of them. But he's still on fire alert out in BC.
Oh, yeah. That's still blazing out there, isn't it?
Yeah. And I got a picture, I guess, 2 weeks ago. The whole sky was red and pink. I mean, that took my worry to 1,000.
Jordan, did you guys get anything from there, from coming over the mountains? Any wind or any stuff?
Oh, yeah.
You did? Yeah.
Yeah, we've been getting quite a few smoke from the Kelowna fires.
the Daily Kevin Exotic guys. They're in Kelowna.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna watch your latest video. I don't know if it's clickbait, but it sounds like the guy lost his home. It's like, oh man,
no way.
He's already had money problems with his car business and the YouTube thing, and interest rates are not helpful to people who lease cars, right?
Yeah.
And when you're making YouTube videos with 12 leased vehicles and stuff, and you've had accidents and damages and bad payouts and stuff, and then it's like he was supposed to be at Car Week this past week, but it was like, there's a fire 5 kilometers away that keeps getting inching closer and closer, and it's like,
jeez, man, I'd be sitting there with the fire hoses waiting outside the building.
The one video
literally waiting.
He drove around to the other side of the bay, moved his friend's car because his friend's in LA right now. He moved his friend's Ferrari over to his side, which was great for about 24 hours, and then he showed, now the fire's come down and around, and it's on his side. And he goes, we're going to get out now, because if we wait for another day or two and then they mandate we leave, then it's that craziness of everyone trying to get out of town on the one road and the one bridge to get out, to get back to the mainland. And it's like, I really feel for these people. It's like,
the guy from Love It or List It, Vancouver, he was building his dream house in Kelowna.
Well, hopefully everybody's insurance premium.
This whole area is like has always been high risk for.
Yeah. Well, my friend's in-laws lost their house, and they were told by the insurance company that they have to rebuild it so they can sell it, and it'll be up to 3 years before you can rebuild.
Whoa! Wow!
Wow!
So
that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going out there next August for the month, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed the whole time I'm there.
Should be okay. I wouldn't worry too much. I think most of that's going to be done by then. Well, I think today it hit 32 out in Vancouver, so who knows if the weather's going to stay hot. We'll see how that goes.
I mean, I think we've had fire in every province this year, and territory, I think everyone's had fires.
Yeah, this has not been a good year.
No, it has not.
Like when I heard about Yellowknife. Now, granted, you're talking 20, 30,000 people, whatever it was, but still, you're evacuating a city. I don't care how big the city is. You're evacuating a city.
But you're literally surrounded by wilderness, though. Fully packed tinder box, right? Like, so if that goes, it's going, right? And then that's the whole thing in Maui where everything went in Lahaina or what was that?
Dude,
they got rocked because of winds and because of the poor, like everything was made out of wood. They're not sitting there.
The conspiracy theories.
It's
horrible, man.
Out of control. Laser beams and special planes. I'm like, get out of here.
Like, special interest. The people.
Buying the rich people buying up the land. Blah blah blah. But ultimately, they showed where the first lightning strike hit. Somebody's house cam shows it, and that literally it just started because of a lightning strike, and that's all it takes.
The same thing in one of the fires around my son's place. It was a lightning strike.
Yeah.
So it's too bad that the evacuation didn't happen according to plan, because whoever was in charge dropped the ball, and now they're all like, oh, I didn't think it was important enough. And I'm hearing all this stuff too from what people are telling me and reading. It's like, well, you know how it is in the States. They're lack on security, they're lack on safety factors, they're lacking on procedures. There's always somebody who drops the ball. And Rick, you would probably remember really well, and Eileen, you should too, when Wyerton happened. That was literally some dumbass didn't do his job properly, and people died.
I was in the Mississauga evacuation.
For what? For the
It was the train derailment.
Oh yeah.
And I watched that, and as the days went on, they evacuated more and more and more of us as it went on.
How long ago was that, Eileen? What year was that, or decade?
My son's in his 40s, so about 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was in my living room, and I thought I was watching Hiroshima. My living room was dark, and the whole living room lit up. And you could see see the smoke going over and over, and it did look something from Hiroshima.
I couldn't imagine.
Wow.
Rick, did you see the
tankers up north of me when they blew up? I can't remember, was it a decade ago or something? That was something else because it's not that far away, and the sky was just full, and it was like the world shook.
Yeah,
we're not used to that here in Toronto. And when that big oil tank, that was something else.
But that was the first time a whole city had ever been evacuated. When I was in.
What was it? Was it chemical fire or what was the chemicals?
Chemicals.
Yeah,
so,
nothing like that. The equivalent to that one in Quebec that went through town and blew up the train there. I forget the name of the little town, but that blew up their whole downtown, gone, erased from the earth, right? But yeah, they just gotta be careful. Oh, tough.
Well, guys, it's been a lot of fun. Thank everyone for hanging with us. Jordan.
Yep.
I want everyone to check out Jordan's channel. Jordan, you can pump your channel.
Yeah, throw a link up.
Yep. JDP Builds.
Yeah, if you put a link in the channel, I'll even throw that on the screen too. But
where, just on the live chat or?
Yeah, put it into the live chat.
Okay.
And I'll put it on the screen too.
Give me a second.
I mean, Eileen's become quite the YouTuber too. She's a guest all over the place these days. She just does it early in the morning when I'm trying to sleep.
Well, that was Ingrid's timing, not mine.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like, I'm rolling out of bed at 7 to get out to be ready for 8 o'clock. So yeah,
it's like when I show up on Ruth's thing this morning, like she's so happy to see me because I'm never up that early on Saturday when she's streaming. So it's like, oh, Rick's here. Hi, Rick. Rick's awake. But there you go. And actually, for everyone, if you see the link I posted on the screen there, if you stop and you cut off from the question mark over, that link works too. So
all right,
I know YouTube likes to put all that extra crap. But if you cut off the question mark going over, the link's still valid.
Oh, okay.
You're now up to 516 subscribers, Jordan. There you go.
Yes, I am. It's awesome.
I'm at 70. So.
Okay, everyone. Any parting words? I'm good.
Yeah, well, till the next round of new stuff.
Next round. And I have 3-4ish things in a week or two. So
I don't think Mega has anything slated new, so we're gonna be probably old.
And I know September 1st has got to be a Lego something I'm gonna buy.
Yeah, why? Is it typical?
Well, every month, first of
every
the month is launch for something with Lego now. It's been that way for about 2 years. So I'm sure. I know everyone looks at that big chocolate bar. They like to call it a big piece of poop that's this tall. I call it the big chocolate bar. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted to get that thing.
What is it? Which set?
Chewbacca.
Oh, the Chewbacca.
24-inch Chewbacca or something like that. And my wife looked at it and she goes, "The head is stupid looking."
It doesn't look right. Ah, they tried.
We looked at it. Yeah.
Okay, I might get the Gabby house and then get the girls the Gabby house and see if I can play with them that way.
So, okay. Yeah. I mean, that's a nice.
I'm doing anything I can to interact with the girls.
Yeah. I'm tempted to get the Barbie set just to have it and put it away, and then maybe one of the Monster High sets because I don't make them anymore, right?
The Monster High sets are all old. Yeah, that's all done.
I'm tempted to find one and.
I'm trying to think of for the Barbie one though. You know what? That's going to end up being a shelf warmer because they probably overproduced that sucker, thinking of the hype. But nobody's buying a $175 set for their kids that are going to lose their pieces and stuff like that, right? Most parents just going to get.
I don't know.
$10, $20, $30 sets, right?
People are buying their kids Lego.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. They're on par.
And most parents aren't smart enough to know the difference between Lego and the other ones.
And Lego isn't have any Barbie stuff at all either, right? So
look at what the kids are going to say. Mom, I want Barbie Lego, because that's what they're going to say. They're not going to say I want Mega Barbie or whatever. They're going to say I want Barbie Lego.
Yeah.
The parents are going to go and they're going to see
And they actually at Toys R Us had about 12 sets different, like all the, because they put out horse stable, they put out a van, they put out a little boat, I think. So, but again, that's all the mini scale. But the older stuff is so.
If they had a good Barbie Corvette, I'll tell you, even I would buy it.
You know what though? Don't put it past. Wait.
Barbie Corvettes,
Mattel,
awesome.
Hey, Mattel has Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
That Barbie Corvette, it wouldn't be too hard to do.
Sure.
Because look at what's coming out of the Hot Wheels section. Did you get the Aston Martin? Did you get the new one? The Twin Mill and the other one.
Yeah, both. So here's the thing. So I have access. I found them in my stores.
Yeah.
2 new Pokemon sets, the Twin Mill, the Aston Martin. I've been thinking about it. I don't know.
You didn't go into Toys R Us and you were at Sherway?
For Sherway? What's that?
Well, we parked literally looking at it. Oh. And then when we came out, I thought about going over there. I said,
Hey, it's all the same stuff online.
There's no rush. It's not like, I can get it next week.
Don't forget, Eileen, you're paying 20% more at Toys R Us than everywhere else.
And that's the other thing. I need to wait till I get either more coupons or more discount codes. Because that's usually when I go to Toys R Us, when I have something to help.
And there's always going to be a 30% off deal somewhere down the line.
Always. Well, that's all you got to. That's the thing with the Mega at Toys R Us. And because they do it across the line, they don't think new and old. They just think, okay, all of this. Discount, and it's like when I picked up the Halo Infinite line the first time.
Yeah,
I bought it practically day one, and it was discounted because they're not too smart. It's like,
that's okay. But you know what's funny though is that the Halo stuff now is so weak. Like, there's not very much on the shelf. They don't have the little ship anymore. They don't have what was the other one? The energy swords. It's all gone. That's older stuff.
I don't see any Warthogs in the stores.
Walmart has them still. Which is weird because they're still stocking the hell out of the Razorback and the Warthog, and I'm like, their purchasing department doesn't know what they're doing anymore. They're still just generically buying the SKU, and I'm like, do you understand this has been out for over a year plus? You're buying old stuff still. Bring in the new stuff.
Old stuff's fine if it keeps moving, and for us it keeps moving.
But it doesn't, because what they do is they clear it out at the end.
No.
That's it. But it's still moving. I don't know.
Don't be
shocked. In your area.
Don't be shocked. Yeah, you gotta remember who I work for. Don't be shocked when you see it on the shelf. Dude, the stuff just comes. Now, you go to a store and you see 6 months of dust on it. That's a little different.
Yeah, but the things don't last that long. They end up shipping it off because the next quarter shows up and they got the new round coming in. And then it ends up at Treasure Find or whatever it's called.
Quarterly. It's more like 3 times a year.
Yeah. Well, they just did the August. Right now.
And it's not every store.
Some
stores have enough turnover. They don't do that.
They don't need to. Yeah. Because the big ones around here, there's like 5 Walmarts in KW region or like Waterloo region. And I'm just saying, it's like they just don't sell enough to even keep this stuff on the shelf. But there is a Halo Scorpion tank sitting on the shelf for the last year at $150 on the tag, and nobody's touching it.
Really?
Because it's too expensive. It's just dumb. Nobody wants to touch that thing. It has the spider thing on it for the protection, and it's just still sitting there. I'm laughing my ass off because I'm like, walk past it. It's in the wrong spot. It's in the kitty sit on, ride on things on an overstock shelf, and nobody goes to the store. Nobody looks for toys at that store. It's kind of like one of those middle of the way neighborhoods that there's no particular reason you go there except for buy some groceries on the way through. And but the toys, I don't know what people are buying for them to even stock the little bit that they have, because it always sits there.
Stores had restocked 2 Batman cowls, $60 sets, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And they put some ridiculously high price on it. Whoever did the price check in the system, they didn't price it against what Walmart had it at. They ended up finding it on our marketplace, and they took that price and they put that in.
Yeah.
Price. It's like, you dummies, what are you doing?
The third party pricing.
That was not the original price, guys. And they put a sale price. It's like, you guys.
But when it gets me, I asked this when they started saying that they're not price competing anymore. They won't even price compete with their own website. They're like, nope. I'm like, nope. That the website has their own stock, their own stuff. We don't deal with that. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So you don't want to make the sale and get stock moving? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You lose out.
We don't compete with ourselves. It's just the way it is.
All right, guys, I gotta run. Have a great day,
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Have a good night.
All right. Take it easy, Jordan. Thanks, Eileen.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. See you later, Rick.
See ya.